Mia had returned home from work, expecting her beloved cat Bubbles to greet her at the door as usual. However, today was different. Bubbles was nowhere to be found. Mia's concern grew as she searched the house, calling his name louder with each passing minute. Finally, she discovered Bubbles. When Mia picked him up, she gasped in shock. Bubbles had a greatly swollen nose, causing her to panic. Without wasting a moment, she rushed Bubbles to the vet's office. The vet carefully examined Bubbles' swollen nose and soon made an intriguing discovery. Mia had never seen this before, and it scared her greatly. Bubbles' nose had swollen up like a balloon. It looked like he had been stung by a bee or a wasp or something. But how was that possible? Bubbles had been in the house all of today and it was winter. There should not be any dangerous insects active right now. While Mia was worried sick, Bubbles did not really seem to know that there was something wrong. He was just acting completely like himself. It was like he did not even notice that his nose had swollen up to at least 10 times the size. She, of course, immediately called the vet, but was confronted with a difficult decision. Mia quickly found out that the vet was already closed for the day, which made sense as it was already 7 o'clock in the evening. Her only chance to get her cat checked out today was if she brought him to an emergency vet. And that was going to cost a pretty penny, and that was money that Mia simply did not have. Ever since her boyfriend left her, Mia has been struggling to get by. The costs of living are simply too high to pay for only one person on a low wage. So Mia now had a decision to make. Was she going to spend a large chunk of her savings to get her cat help right now? Or could she wait until tomorrow and hope that she could be helped right away then? Looking at how well her cat was still doing, she decided to go for the second option. She was going to wait it out even though she was very aware of the risks. Cats are very good at hiding whether they are in pain or sick. Maybe Bubbles was doing the same thing. Even though Mia knew that her cat was often a drama king, for now Mia was going to keep a very close eye on her cat for the whole night. She was not planning on sleeping and was going to live on coffee. Was it a good idea? Probably not. But there was clearly no other way in Mia's mind. Bubbles was loving it, of course. He could spend so much time with the person he loved, and he had no idea why. Bubbles was behaving normally through the night, sleeping, eating, playing, and cuddling. He was having the time of his life by all accounts. But Mia knew that this could not be good, and this good behavior was not convincing her to not go to the vet at all. She just hoped she was not too tired to drive to the vet. The moment the vet opened up, Mia immediately called them to ask if she could make an appointment. Luckily, the vet did not have too many appointments that day, and Mia and Bubbles could be seen in about 2 hours. Mia had also described Bubbles his strange condition to the assistant who was answering the phone that day. The assistant did not sound too worried. It was not the first time they were going to treat a cat who had a bit of a swollen nose, but the assistant had no idea how big the nose had actually gotten. And when she found that out, she regretted not scheduling Mia's appointment any sooner. This was looking very serious. Mia decided to get an hour of sleep and then drove to the vet. She wanted to get there early and she had no problem waiting for a little bit. She had no idea what to expect there, but the moment she walked in with Bubbles, immediately all eyes in the room shot in her direction. The jaw of the assistant dropped to the floor. She had not expected the nose to be that big. There was clearly an aura of uncertainty in the air at that moment. The vet on call was in surgery at the moment and could not be disturbed, but the assistant did not want to just do nothing. So the moment that Bubbles tried to scratch his ear, the assistant was immediately worried he would hit his nose and put an anti-scratch collar on Bubbles. Bubbles did not like this at all and started doing anything in his power to get the collar off. And that was the last thing the assistant wanted, so she tried to pick up the cat and restrain it. Her uncertainty and panic also had an effect on Mia herself. She had gotten a lot of hope from the fact that Bubbles was acting normally, but this was taking that all away. There were a few more people also sitting in the waiting room unsure about what they were supposed to do now. They talked amongst themselves a little bit and quickly reached an agreement that Mia could cut ahead of them. Her situation was looking a lot more serious than whatever they had come in for that day. Not long after, the vet finally walked out of his office and was greeted by the very unexpected commotion. At first, he had no idea how to make sense of it, but then he quickly got a glimpse of the size of Bubbles' his nose and knew that he had to do something quick. He made sure his previous patient and their owners were processed and invited Mia and Bubbles into the room. Bubbles was placed on the table and became a lot calmer now that the nervous assistant was not trying to forcefully restrain him. The doctor had a much more calm demeanor about him, and animals could sense such a thing. It was also not too concerned with the collar anymore, but the vet was definitely concerned with his nose. The vet asked Mia some questions, mainly trying to figure out how this could have happened. But the poor woman was completely clueless about that. She had just come home after a day of work, and her poor cat was like that. She was asking the vet what it could be, but he was not willing to give her an answer yet. In the softly lit examination room, Dr. Larson, the vet, carefully observed Bubbles, Mia's cherished cat. With practiced eyes, he noted the peculiar swelling of Bubbles' nose. Its size was notably unusual, and its reddish hue stood in stark contrast to his otherwise sleek fur. Dr. Larson gently rotated Bubbles' head from side to side, searching for any signs of trauma or insect bites, but found none. Mia, standing anxiously by, watched every move, her eyes flickering between Bubbles and the vet, seeking answers in his expression. Dr. Larson reached for a ruler and a small notebook. Methodically, he measured the swollen area, jotting down the dimensions with a clinical precision that belied his growing curiosity. As he worked, he observed Bubbles' reactions keenly. The cat remained curiously passive, his green eyes following the room's movements, but betraying no sign of distress. Mia leaned in closer, her heart pounding with each measurement, hoping for some revelation in the numbers. The vet proceeded with a tactile examination. His hands, seasoned by years of practice, moved with a gentleness that reassured Mia. He palpated the area around the swelling, feeling for any lumps, fluid accumulation, or other abnormalities beneath the fur and skin. Bubbles, though typically skittish, seemed to sense the importance of the moment and remained still, allowing the vet's probing fingers to search for clues hidden beneath his fur. Remarkably, throughout the examination, Bubbles showed no signs of discomfort. No wincing, no flinching, nothing to suggest the swelling was causing him pain. This puzzled both Mia and Dr. Larson. Cats are masters of disguise when it comes to pain, yet Bubbles' calm demeanor seemed genuine. Mia's brow furrowed in confusion and concern. She had expected signs of pain, something to explain the bizarre swelling, but there was nothing. After completing his examination, Dr. Larson stepped back, his expression pensive. "Well, Mia," he began, "there are no immediate signs of external injury or insect bites. The swelling is significant, but without apparent pain or distress." Mia's face was a mixture of relief and frustration. Relief that Bubbles wasn't in immediate danger, but frustration at the lingering mystery. Dr. Larson promised a thorough investigation, but for now the cause of Bubbles' condition remained an enigma. Dr. Larson, with a sympathetic tone, explained the next steps. To really understand what's happening, we'd need to run some comprehensive tests. He listed them: blood work, X-rays, perhaps even an MRI. As he outlined each test, Mia's heart sank with the realization of their cost. She knew these procedures would provide answers, but at a price far beyond her strained budget. Her mind raced, calculating the financial impact. Mia stood in the quiet examination room, torn. The numbers swirled in her head, daunting figures that represented much more than currency. Each dollar was a sacrifice, a trade-off against her own needs. But then, there was Bubbles, her faithful companion through lonely nights and joyous mornings. Her worry for him was a tangible thing, weighing heavily against the practical voice urging caution with her finances. Back at home, Mia sat at her small kitchen table. Bills and bank statements spread before her. She sifted through them, her mind wrestling with each expense. Could she skip the coffee shop visits, delay replacing her worn-out shoes? Each small saving added up, but was it enough? Bubbles, perched quietly on the windowsill, watched her, his eyes a silent plea. Later that evening, Mia sat on the sofa, Bubbles curled in her lap. She stroked his fur gently, pouring out her fears and doubts to him. "I want to make you better, Bubbles," she whispered, "but I don't know how I can afford it." Bubbles purred softly, his comfort as real as the dilemma Mia faced. In his quiet understanding, she sought strength to make her decision. The following morning, Mia woke with resolve. She looked at Bubbles, still sleeping peacefully, and knew what she had to do. Her financial concerns, though valid, paled in comparison to the health of her beloved cat. Picking up the phone, she called Dr. Larson's office. "I'll go ahead with the tests," she said, her voice steady. It was a decision made from love, trumping all fiscal fears. Mia sat on her living room couch, her phone in hand, hesitating. Finally, she dialed the familiar numbers, reaching out to her family and closest friends. One by one, she explained Bubbles' mysterious condition and her decision to go ahead with the expensive tests. Her voice trembled as she spoke, not used to seeking help, but the concern in her voice was clear, and her need for support was undeniable. The responses Mia received were a mix of sympathy, concern, and encouragement. Her friends listened attentively, offering kind words and advice. "You're doing the right thing for Bubbles," they assured her. These conversations, filled with empathy and understanding, began to ease the knot of worry in Mia's chest. She felt her burden lightening, shared now among those who cared for her and Bubbles. One of Mia's oldest friends, Sarah, went a step further. "Let me help with some of the vet bills," she offered earnestly. This gesture of kindness was more than just financial aid. It was a testament to the strength of Mia's support system. Sarah's offer was a beacon of hope in Mia's storm of worry, showing her that she wasn't facing this challenge alone. As word of Bubbles' condition spread, Mia found herself receiving an outpouring of messages. Friends and acquaintances shared their own experiences with pet illnesses, offering insights and suggestions. Each story was a thread in a tapestry of collective wisdom, presenting different perspectives on pet care and reassuring Mia that many had walked this path before her, emerging stronger on the other side. In the days that followed, Mia felt a newfound sense of empowerment. The solidarity and compassion shown by her community imbued her with strength. No longer did she feel isolated in her struggle. The love and concern for Bubbles had brought people together, creating a network of support that bolstered her spirits. Mia was reminded that in unity, there is strength, and in strength, there is hope. Back at Dr. Larson's office, Mia listened intently as he prescribed a course of anti-inflammatory medication for Bubbles. "This should help reduce the swelling and make him more comfortable," he explained, his voice a blend of professionalism and empathy. Handing her a small bottle of pills, he offered a reassuring smile. Mia accepted it, her fingers wrapping around the cool glass, feeling both the weight of responsibility and a glimmer of hope. It was a tangible step, a potential path to comfort for Bubbles, albeit not a definitive solution to the perplexing mystery of his condition. Dr. Larson's parting advice was emphatic and clear. Keep a close eye on Bubbles. Note any change, however small, as it could be significant. Mia nodded, her mind already dedicated to the task, planning how she would meticulously monitor her beloved cat's every move. At home, she prepared a cozy observation area, ensuring Bubbles was comfortable and his activities could be easily observed. Every purr, stretch, and mealtime became a crucial clue in the ongoing investigation of his well-being, turning Mia's home into a place of constant vigilance and care. As Mia watched Bubbles carefully take his medication, then settle comfortably into his plush bed, she felt a wave of temporary relief wash over her. This medication, while not a cure, represented a beacon of hope in the uncertainty. She observed Bubbles' breathing, slow and rhythmic, and allowed herself a fleeting moment of respite. It was a minor victory in the ongoing quest for Bubbles' health, a brief pause in the storm of worry that had become her constant companion. Throughout the ensuing days, Mia came to understand and embody the true essence of patience. Each day that passed without a significant change in Bubbles' condition was a mix of relief and silent frustration. Mia realized that navigating the complexities of pet health issues was a journey marked as much by periods of waiting as by moments of action. She found a strange comfort in the small routines, the daily acts of care she provided for Bubbles, embracing the slow, incremental pace of his progress, and learning to find calm in the waiting. During the long, quiet nights, Mia's vigil continued. She lay awake, her gaze frequently drifting to the softly shadowed form of Bubbles sleeping peacefully. Every subtle movement or soft murmur from him sent her heart into a flutter of concern and hope, each one a potential indicator of change. The gentle glow of the streetlight outside cast a comforting light over Bubbles, accentuating his calm, steady breathing. These nights transformed into a delicate balance of hope and apprehension, where each hour stretched long with the silent prayer for her beloved companion's recovery. A few days into the treatment, Mia noticed a significant change. The swelling in Bubbles' nose began to recede. Watching him, she felt a surge of hope. His whiskers twitched more freely, and his usual curious sniffing resumed. It was as if a heavy cloud had lifted from their home, and Mia allowed herself to bask in this small yet significant improvement. Her heart lightened. She cherished these moments, watching Bubbles playfully explore his environment with renewed vigor. However, this period of relief was short-lived. Almost as suddenly as it had decreased, the swelling in Bubbles' nose returned. Mia's heart sank as she observed the familiar bulge reemerge, larger and seemingly more uncomfortable than before. Her worry, which had briefly subsided, came rushing back with a vengeance. She watched Bubbles closely, her mind racing with questions and concern, as she grappled with this unexpected turn in his condition. As Mia continued to monitor Bubbles, she began to notice other subtle, yet strange symptoms. His playful demeanor was occasionally interrupted by moments of lethargy. Sometimes she observed him shaking his head as if trying to dislodge something invisible. These nuances, small and easily overlooked, added layers of complexity to the puzzle. Mia, ever vigilant, took meticulous notes, hoping they would be key in unraveling the mystery of Bubbles' ailment. The inconsistency of Bubbles' symptoms was perplexing. One moment he appeared to be his normal self, and the next he seemed uncomfortable and distressed. Mia spent hours pondering over these puzzling patterns, trying to make sense of what could be causing such erratic changes. Her concern deepened with each passing day, as the unpredictability of his condition painted a confusing picture of his overall health. Determined to find answers, Mia contacted Dr. Larson again, updating him on Bubbles' fluctuating condition. She recounted every new symptom and change, her voice tinged with both hope and desperation. Dr. Larson listened attentively, his professional demeanor reassuring yet thoughtful. He agreed that Bubbles' condition warranted further examination and suggested another appointment. Mia, grateful for his responsiveness, clung to the hope that this next visit might finally shed light on the elusive cause of Bubbles' troubles. Motivated by her desire to help Bubbles, Mia started an observation diary. Every day, she meticulously recorded his behaviors and symptoms, from his eating habits to his sleep patterns. She noted the times of day when the swelling seemed at its worst and when it subsided. Each entry was detailed and precise, a chronicle of Bubbles' condition that Mia hoped would provide crucial insights for his next vet visit. Through this rigorous regime of care and observation, Mia found her bond with Bubbles growing even deeper. She talked to him as she made notes, explaining her actions, sharing her worries, and offering comforting words. Bubbles, in turn, seemed to sense Mia's increased attention and concern, often curling up beside her, his purring a soothing presence. Their connection, forged in the trials of his illness, became an unspoken language of love and care. Mia's eyes became trained to catch the slightest change in Bubbles' behavior. She noticed how he reacted to different foods, how long he slept, and even the subtle shifts in his mood. Each observation was a piece of the puzzle, and Mia was determined to put it together. Her once casual glances now held a purposeful scrutiny, always searching for clues to aid in Bubbles' recovery. As days turned into weeks, patterns in Bubbles' symptoms and behavior began to emerge from Mia's diligent notes. She observed that certain activities seemed to exacerbate his condition, while others had a soothing effect. These patterns, though subtle, were revelations to Mia, offering a glimmer of understanding in the maze of uncertainty. Each discovery, each correlation, brought her a step closer to deciphering the mystery of his ailment. Armed with her diary brimming with detailed notes, Mia prepared for their upcoming visit to Dr. Larson. She felt like a detective piecing together clues, each entry in her diary a potential key to unlocking Bubbles' condition. With a mix of apprehension and determination, she looked forward to presenting her findings, hopeful that they would pave the way towards answers and, ultimately, Bubbles' recovery. While reviewing her diary, a memory flashed through Mia's mind. She remembered introducing a new air freshener into their home a few weeks ago. At first, this detail seemed inconsequential, but now it sparked a potential connection in her mind. Could such a small change in their environment have such a significant impact on Bubbles? She pondered this new angle, wondering if it could be the missing piece in the puzzle of Bubbles' mysterious condition. With this new realization, Mia began to meticulously correlate the timing of the air freshener's introduction with the onset of Bubbles' symptoms. Delving into her diary, she traced back the days, her suspicion growing stronger. The correlation was too strong to be mere coincidence. The timeline matched almost perfectly with the first appearance of Bubbles' swollen nose. This discovery, seemingly trivial at first, now appeared to be a critical clue in understanding Bubbles' ailment. With a sense of purpose, Mia scheduled another visit to Dr. Larson, this time armed with potentially vital information. She felt a blend of nervousness and determination as she entered the vet clinic, Bubbles in tow. This visit felt different from the others. Mia wasn't just seeking answers, but possibly providing a key insight herself. She hoped this new piece of evidence would shed light on the mysterious affliction plaguing her beloved cat. Dr. Larson listened intently as Mia explained her observations and the potential link to the new air freshener. His professional curiosity was clearly piqued by this possibility. He acknowledged Mia's detailed account and suggested a new line of testing, one that might directly investigate the potential environmental cause of Bubbles' symptoms. It marked a new direction in their ongoing quest for answers, pivoting on the seemingly minor change Mia had made in their home. Leaving the vet's office, Mia felt a renewed sense of optimism. Dr. Larson's serious consideration of her observations and his proactive approach in pursuing further testing gave her a feeling of validation and hope. It was a significant moment where Mia's attentive care and meticulous note-taking might lead to a crucial breakthrough in Bubbles' ongoing health saga. Clutching her diary close, she felt a surge of anticipation for the test results that could finally unravel the mystery of Bubbles' condition. Upon Mia's next visit, Dr. Larson was prepared to test his new theory. He explained the procedure to Mia, detailing how they would check Bubbles for allergic reactions to common household substances. Mia watched anxiously as Bubbles underwent the tests, her heart filled with a mix of hope and apprehension. This was a pivotal moment, one that could potentially unlock the mystery of Bubbles' condition based on her observation. The wait for the test results felt interminable to Mia, but finally Dr. Larson called with the news. The tests had revealed an allergic reaction in Bubbles, specifically triggered by a component in the new air freshener Mia had started using. Hearing this, Mia's mind raced. Relief at identifying the cause mingled with surprise. A simple household item, something she had never thought could harm Bubbles, was the culprit. In their follow-up appointment, Dr. Larson took the time to explain to Mia how common household items, like cleaning products, can sometimes have unexpected effects on pets. He discussed the importance of being mindful of changes in the home environment, especially with pets who can be sensitive to these alterations. Mia listened intently, absorbing every word, understanding now how a seemingly harmless change had such a profound impact on Bubbles. Mia left the vet's office feeling a complex mix of emotions. She was immensely relieved that Bubbles' condition was not serious and easily treatable. Yet there was also a twinge of guilt. She had inadvertently caused her beloved cat's distress. This realization was sobering, but it was also a valuable lesson learned. Mia vowed to be more cautious and aware of her choices and their impact on Bubbles in the future. Dr. Larson outlined a clear plan for Bubbles' recovery. He prescribed medication to alleviate the allergic reaction and advised Mia on how to eliminate the offending air freshener and other potential allergens from their home. He also discussed strategies for preventing future allergic reactions, emphasizing the importance of vigilance in monitoring Bubbles' environment. Mia felt a renewed sense of purpose, armed with knowledge and a concrete plan to ensure Bubbles' health and happiness. Mia wasted no time in removing the offending air freshener from her home. She meticulously scoured her house, removing not just the air freshener, but also other products that could potentially harm Bubbles. As she did so, she felt a sense of empowerment. She was taking control of the situation, making her home a safer place for her beloved cat. It was a small action, but one that symbolized her commitment to Bubbles' well-being. In the days following the removal of the air freshener, Mia witnessed a remarkable improvement in Bubbles' condition. The swelling in his nose subsided, and his playful, lively demeanor returned. Watching him scamper around the house with renewed energy filled Mia with joy and relief. It was as if a dark cloud had lifted from their lives, and Bubbles was once again the vibrant, curious cat she knew and loved. During this time, Mia often reflected on the entire experience. She realized the importance of being vigilant about changes in her home environment, especially those that could affect Bubbles. This ordeal had taught her a valuable lesson about the unexpected ways in which pets can be affected by our choices. Determined to prevent future incidents, Mia resolved to be more mindful of the products she brought into their shared space. Feeling grateful for the support she had received, Mia took time to reach out to her friends and family. She thanked them for their advice, financial help, and emotional support. Their kindness had been a beacon of light in a challenging time, and Mia knew that their bond had been strengthened through this ordeal. Their support had not just helped Bubbles, but it had also given Mia the strength to face the situation head-on. As Bubbles fully recovered, Mia felt a sense of peace and contentment settle over their home. They enjoyed quiet evenings together, Bubbles purring contentedly in her lap, a symbol of their enduring bond. Mia realized that this experience, though fraught with worry, had brought them even closer together. It was a new beginning for both of them, one rooted in deeper understanding, mutual care, and a commitment to a healthier life side by side.